7 psychological facts. Why you keep some things private from everyone. There are things in your life that almost nobody knows. Not because you're hiding, not because you're ashamed, but because something in you has always understood. Not everything is meant to be shared. Here are 7 psychological facts that explain exactly why. Fact 1. Privacy is a form of power. Keeping things private is a form of psychological power. Research in social psychology shows that people who maintain strong personal boundaries, who selectively choose what to share and with whom, consistently report higher self-esteem and greater sense of autonomy. When you keep something to yourself, you are not hiding it, you are owning it completely, without anyone else's opinion, judgment, or energy touching it. Privacy isn't weakness, it's sovereignty. Fact 2. You've learned that sharing has a cost. You don't share freely because experience taught you not to. At some point in your life, maybe childhood, maybe a friendship, maybe a relationship, you shared something real, something that mattered, and it was minimized, or mocked, or repeated to someone it was never meant to reach, and your brain filed that away. Psychologists call this trust calibration, the brain's process of adjusting how much personal information is safe to share based on past outcomes. You're not closed off, you're careful, and that difference matters. Fact 3. Your goals feel safer unspoken. There is actual science behind keeping your goals private. A study from New York University found that people who shared their goals with others experienced a premature sense of satisfaction, as if the social recognition of stating the goal partially replaced the reward of achieving it. In other words, telling people your plans can trick your brain into feeling like you've already done something. People who keep their goals private don't do it out of secrecy. They do it because some part of them, consciously or not, understands that the work is more important than the announcement. Fact 4. You protect your peace deliberately. You stay private because you understand the cost of letting the wrong energy in. Private people are not paranoid. They are perceptive. They've noticed that sharing certain things changes them, invites opinions they didn't ask for, creates expectations they didn't agree to, introduces doubt into spaces that were clear before. Psychologists who study emotional regulation consistently find that people with strong internal boundaries, those who are selective about what they share, experience significantly lower anxiety and emotional volatility. Protecting your inner world is not antisocial. It is one of the most psychologically mature things a person can do. Fact 5. You know not everyone deserves access. You keep things private because you've accepted a truth most people haven't. Not everyone in your life has earned access to all of you. Your struggles are not content for someone else's gossip. Your dreams are not material for someone else's doubt. Your pain is not a story for someone else to retell. Research on social selectivity shows that emotionally mature adults progressively share less, not more, as they age. Not because they become closed, but because they become discerning. Sharing everything with everyone is not openness. It's a boundary problem. Fact 6. You process internally first. You don't share things because you haven't finished processing them yet. For many private people, sharing something before it's fully understood internally feels wrong, almost unsafe, like showing someone a piece of writing before you've figured out what you're trying to say. Psychologists describe this as intrapersonal processing priority, the strong need to fully understand one's own experience before externalizing it. This is why private people often seem to have it together when they finally do share, because by the time they speak, they've already worked through it. They don't share the mess, they share the insight. Fact 7. Privacy is self-respect, the most important one. Keeping things private is an act of self-respect. In a world that profits from your oversharing, where every platform asks you to perform your life in public, choosing to keep pieces of yourself protected and whole is quietly radical. It says, I know my own value, and I don't need everyone's eyes on it to make it real. Private people are not cold. They are not hiding. They are simply people who have decided, my inner life belongs to me. There's a video on this channel about people who are not interested in other people and the psychology behind why. It might explain something about you that you've never had a word for. It's right there on the screen.